I've been on YouTube for just over a year now, and if there's anything I've learned, it's that as soon as you get on social media, like YouTube, Instagram, and all that, you will get something which a lot of people know as haters. Yes, people who hate on you for a reason you don't know of. But in this video, I'm going to be explaining how I overcome haters, or overcome the fear of haters, and how I have a positive mindset. Stay tuned till the end. What's up guys, it's Nishant Sensei back at it, not with another tutorial, but today this is a very special video because this is my first video of my new series on my channel called Sensei's Motivational Speeches, SMS for short. Catchy, right? So this series will be me talking about things I have learned over my journey as a sensei over the past 12 years of training in the martial arts, and it'll be me just giving some motivational speeches and giving you guys advice on how to deal with certain tough aspects of your life, I promise these have helped me, so they should help you guys as well. Stay tuned till the end of the video for episode 1. So with episode 1 of Sensei's motivational speech series, this one I'm going to be talking about something which I had to think of called, if you get haters, you're doing something right. Now, I feel like this is a very important topic to talk about because haters is something which comes in every person's lives. Every person in the world has haters. Even the most famous celebrities, like actors and very famous people in general, even they have haters, even if they do something good. Even as ordinary people, we have haters too. But the point is, and the main topic of today's video is going to be how you can overcome them. How you can overcome the fear of getting haters. And also, how to turn their mindset when you get haters into a more positive one. Because obviously, when we get haters, our initial reaction is we get very hurt. Mentally, obviously not physically, because if this is happening online, let's say, obviously it's not physically happening. Verbally, yes, it happens, but it's more mentally, which is something which has really impacted me. A year ago when I started my channel around this time, March 28th of last year when I post my very first video on YouTube, I didn't even know what was gonna happen, but the one thing I did expect was to get people who would criticize me. Not just constructive criticism, but also rude criticism. And unfortunately, yes, that did happen, even though I didn't like it, but there was nothing I could do about it. And so yeah, over the next few months after that, I started, especially of summer of last year, and even September, I started getting haters, even until a couple months ago in January, I also got a hater, and this happens, and they were saying stuff like, you're not good, I think one of them even said you suck, you give up on your life, and this really hurt me. But my main message of this video, guys, is that instead of using what haters tell you as demotivation or it deters you, instead use it as motivation to keep going, keep working hard, all right? Because keep this in mind, guys. Haters, what do? Let's ask yourself that first. Well, for one, they obviously just hide behind their screens all day, just write hate comments on other people's posts on social media, bully their friends online, whatever the hell they do. And now you gotta ask yourself, what do they get out of what they do? Is what they're doing good? Is it doing good for, what I wanna ask is it doing good for anyone? Is it doing any good for them? Is it doing any good to the person they're hating on? No, of course not. Obviously, for example, if a hater is telling you, you're never going to be successful in life, you just give up, what does that tell you about them? That just tells you that they're insecure about their own life. And that's a very important thing I have learned as a sensei over the past few years. And especially I learned this in end of elementary / and beginning of middle school. It's that The reason why people hate on you or they say rude stuff about you is because they are insecure about their own life, you know? They might not like something about their life. They might not like certain aspects of it. So using that, they want to try to diss other people or like make fun of other people, whatever the hell like they do that's hateful. They will want to do that to others who are doing better than them in those certain aspects of life. Like for example, if like someone is not doing well in school, you know, and they're not getting good grades, like for example, if there's someone who is getting much better grades than them, they're gonna take out their internal anger or disappointment on the person who's doing better than them. You know why? It's because that makes them feel good. It makes them feel good that, oh, like it's kind of like a balance. It's like, yeah, my grades aren't good, I'm really sad, but I want to balance that out by making fun of another person, you know? So that just all goes to say that, remember guys, when people hate on you or say rude stuff to your face, and regardless of whether this is ongoing or happens 1 or 2 days, keep in mind they do this because they're insecure about themselves. It's because they just don't like themselves in certain ways, you know? Now, going back to the point I was making earlier about you letting your haters be your motivators, I want to touch, to end this video, I want to touch a bit more on that. So what I wanted to also say, not just using what they say as motivation, about that, I just want to say that, yes, of course, you know, at first haters are gonna make you feel really sad, right? They're, you know, you're gonna feel like that's what happened to me. When I first started getting haters on my channel, like last year around the summer, I got a bit depressed, you know, I locked myself in my room, I even started crying a bit because I just couldn't believe they'd do such a thing to me, or I didn't never expected that they'd do such harm to me. But instead, I decided, yes, haters, I learned another very important lesson. It's that haters can knock us down, but it is up to us as the victims to decide whether or not to stand back up. And this is another quote that I've heard from Jackie Chan. You know, as you guys know by all the reaction I do to his fight scenes, he is my idol. And he's taught me that, not just me, but all of his fans, this is an inspirational quote of his, it's that life will knock us down, but we can choose whether or not to get back up. Or I mean, to stand back up. We get knocked down, but we can choose whether or not to stand back up. I think that applies to haters as well, because haters will knock us down, not physically, mentally, and verbally. Like, you know, we're gonna feel really sad, and that's kind of like being knocked down, right? But then that is the decision point for us as the victims. We need to decide, are we really gonna let that deter us for the rest of our lives, knowing that later on we'll still keep getting more haters? Well, no, like that's not a good idea, you know? So instead, we gotta change that mindset up, and then we have to use that to stand back up. We gotta use that as motivation to keep working harder. Because obviously the harder you work, all that hard work you put in, it'll all be worth it in the end. Like those haters who doubted you at first, in the end, when you end up being successful after all the hard work you put in, they will regret their hurtful words. And this happens in real life, believe it or not. I have dealt with it, and a lot of other people have. Like when I was in elementary school, let's just say for many years of my life, I was very overweight, you know? Like I didn't always, you know, have muscles, you know, like these, right? And so I used to be very overweight, you know? And there are these really mean students in elementary school who were my classmates. They would make fun of my weight all the time. They'd say like, you weigh more than the earth, you should stop eating what you're eating, you know, you're never gonna make it anywhere, you know, as like fitness wise, you know, if you know, with your body type. And I was very hurt. Like, but instead I still kept living my life the way it is, you know. Obviously I started changing my like eating habits, and I started exercising more. I started taking karate a lot more seriously, and all that wasn't just for nothing. That's why, like, even though I might not be the most fit person now, I still, believe it or not, have lost a lot of weight from before. And all that hard work I put in, not only did I get my black belt, but like I said, I became a lot more fit, you know? So, to conclude, guys, my main point of this video is that if you have haters, you are doing something right. Because in the end, it's only the good people who put in the hard work and do who follow their good beliefs. Those are the people who get haters. Because like I said, haters will hate on mainly the good people because those good people will do better in certain aspects of their life than what the haters are dealing with, right? And haters, we must remember, they do that to other people just simply because they are insecure about themselves. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Click here to subscribe and click here to check out my latest video.